They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But I'll never forget the one morning it nearly cost me my life. I had just finished my usual bowl of cereal, sweet, crunchy, the kind I'd been eating for years. Then came the dizziness, the sudden fatigue, and a strange pressure behind my eyes. I thought I just stood up too fast. But by the time I reached for my coffee, my hands were trembling. That day, I learned a hard truth. The foods we trust to start our mornings can silently push our blood pressure higher, weaken our arteries, and put us on a collision course with stroke. In today's video, we're diving into 4 common breakfast foods that many seniors eat every day. But that can actually damage your heart, raise your hypertension risk, and even trigger silent strokes, especially if you're over 60. Then, we'll reveal 4 life-saving breakfast swaps that protect your brain, support your heart, and keep your energy steady all day long. Before we begin, have you ever felt unusually tired or lightheaded after breakfast? Comment yes below, and stay with me until the end, because the last food might be the one in your kitchen right now. Let's start with what might seem like the most innocent breakfast of all, sugary cereals. They're colorful, crunchy, quick, and often labeled as part of a heart-healthy breakfast. But the truth is, these cereals are one of the worst foods for seniors with high blood pressure or at risk of stroke. Why? These so-called healthy cereals are loaded with added sugars and refined carbs. That sweet crunch may give you a quick energy spike, but it's followed by a crash in blood sugar, leaving you tired, irritable, and craving more. Worse, this constant roller coaster can damage arterial walls, increase inflammation, and silently push your hypertension higher over time. And here's something most don't realize, that little spike in blood pressure every morning. It adds up. Day by day, it increases your stroke risk, especially if you're over 60. Let me share the story of Harold, an old friend of mine from Michigan. He started every morning with a bowl of frosted cereal and a smile. But after weeks of unexplained fatigue and dizziness, his doctor discovered dangerously high blood pressure. The culprit? Those sugary breakfasts. Harold made one small change, switching to oatmeal with nuts and berries. Within 2 weeks, his energy returned, and so did his walks in the park. So here's the big question. What's the first thing you eat each morning, and is it helping or hurting your heart? Comment below, I'm switching, if you've had enough of sugary traps. Next, we'll talk about a drink that seems natural and healthy, but might be the biggest blood pressure bomb hiding in your fridge. Now let's talk about something that sounds harmless, even healthy, fruit juice. You might think that starting your day with a glass of orange juice is good for your heart. But for seniors, especially those managing high blood pressure, it might be doing more harm than good. Why? Because fruit juices, even the ones labeled 100% natural, are stripped of fiber and packed with natural sugars. Without fiber to slow absorption, this sugar hits your bloodstream fast, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar and blood pressure. And if you're already at risk of stroke, this morning sugar bomb can be dangerous. Here's something to consider. Your body doesn't know the difference between soda and fruit juice when it comes to sugar processing. And without fiber, the effect is the same: insulin spikes, energy crashes, and inflammation that puts pressure on your heart and arteries. Take Gloria, a 70-year-old retiree who thought her daily glass of juice was helping her stay young. But after several episodes of lightheadedness and rising blood pressure, her doctor told her the juice was triggering instability in her vascular system. She swapped her morning juice for a smoothie with spinach, berries, and protein, and hasn't looked back. Quick poll, do you drink fruit juice with breakfast? Comment juice switch below if you're rethinking your routine. Coming up next, a breakfast food that claims to be low-fat, but actually strips your body of the healthy fats your heart and arteries need to stay strong. Next on the list of risky breakfast foods, low-fat yogurt. Sounds healthy, right? But here's the hidden danger. When food companies remove the fat from yogurt, they often add extra sugar to make up for the flavor. And that's where things go wrong, especially for seniors trying to manage high blood pressure or protect their arteries. Why is this a problem? Because your body needs healthy fats to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D and K, both crucial for heart and blood vessel health. Without these fats, you're not just missing nutrients. You're also getting a sugar spike that can raise inflammation, disrupt insulin, and increase your stroke risk over time. Let's not forget, the combination of low protein and added sugar in many low-fat yogurts means your muscles and arteries aren't getting the fuel they need to stay strong. Take the case of Phyllis, a retired teacher from North Carolina. For years, she chose light yogurt, thinking she was doing the right thing. But she felt tired, gained weight, and saw her blood pressure creep up. When her nutritionist advised switching to full-fat Greek yogurt, her energy improved, her blood sugar stabilized, and she felt more in control of her health. Be honest, have you ever picked low-fat yogurt thinking it was the better choice? Comment "No more lies" below. Still ahead, the last breakfast trap in this list, a baked good that looks innocent but may be silently attacking your arteries every single day. They look soft. They smell like comfort. But muffins, especially the store-bought kind, can be a hidden threat to your heart health. Most muffins are made with refined flour, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. Together, these ingredients spike your blood sugar, trigger inflammation, and offer almost no fiber or protein to stabilize your metabolism. For seniors with high blood pressure or a family history of stroke, that's a dangerous mix. You may think a small muffin with your coffee isn't a big deal. But here's what's happening: the sugar rush raises your insulin, stresses your arteries, and encourages fat storage, especially around the belly and heart. And without enough protein, your muscles suffer too. Let's look at Vera, a 72-year-old from Minneapolis. She loved her morning blueberry muffin, until she noticed more muscle cramps and morning fatigue. Her doctor explained that her muffin habit was spiking her glucose and disrupting muscle recovery. After switching to whole grain toast with avocado and eggs, her cramps eased and her energy returned. Quick check: have muffins become a regular guest in your breakfast routine? Comment "No more muffin mistakes" if you're ready for a healthier start. Up next, we move away from what to avoid and reveal the 4 best breakfast foods to protect your heart and arteries, starting with a fiber-rich powerhouse. Let's turn the tide. After all those foods to avoid, it's time to rebuild your breakfast with something powerful, natural, and proven: whole grains. Unlike refined carbs that spike your blood sugar, whole grains digest slowly. They help regulate blood pressure, support arterial flexibility, and give your heart a steady stream of energy to start the day. Whether it's oatmeal, quinoa, or whole wheat toast, these foods are packed with fiber, B vitamins, and magnesium, a mineral linked to lower stroke risk. The fiber in whole grains acts like a broom in your arteries, sweeping out cholesterol, balancing blood sugar, and feeding good gut bacteria. And that's key, because a healthy gut supports a healthy heart. Let's talk about Claire, a retired teacher from Salt Lake City. She used to start her day with white toast and jam. But she often felt hungry just an hour later. Her daughter recommended steel-cut oats with almond butter and fruit. After just 1 week, Claire said she had more energy, better digestion, and fewer mood dips. What kind of grains are in your morning? Comment "going whole" below if you're ready to power up your plate. Next, we'll reveal a creamy superfood that fights inflammation, boosts potassium, and helps keep your arteries flexible, especially after 60. Let's talk about one of the best-kept secrets in heart-friendly nutrition: the avocado. This creamy green fruit is packed with monounsaturated fats, potassium, and antioxidants, all essential for reducing inflammation, supporting healthy blood pressure, and keeping your arteries flexible as you age. Unlike processed fats that clog your arteries, the fats in avocados help reduce bad cholesterol, LDL, while increasing the good kind, HDL. Potassium also plays a critical role. It relaxes blood vessels and helps balance out the effects of sodium, making avocados a top choice for people with high blood pressure. Let's take Marty, a 74-year-old librarian from Wisconsin. She added just half an avocado to her breakfast toast. Within a week, she reported less morning fatigue, better digestion, and fewer muscle cramps after her walks. Even better, avocados help you feel full longer, reducing the urge to snack on sugary or salty foods that can damage your heart. Quick tip: spread avocado on whole grain toast, add a poached egg, and boom, you've got a heart-healthy breakfast that supports both muscles and arteries. Comment avocado upgrade below if this creamy switch is making it to your morning routine. Next up, a nutrient-rich food packed with protein and vitamin D, perfect for rebuilding muscles and fueling your day the heart-healthy way. If there's one food that deserves a permanent place in a senior's breakfast, it's eggs. Eggs are loaded with high-quality protein, vitamin D, and choline, making them a top choice for protecting heart health, supporting muscle strength, and improving mental clarity in older adults. The protein in eggs is complete, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body needs to repair and maintain muscle tissue. This is especially critical for preventing sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass that can impact mobility and independence. But that's not all. Vitamin D in eggs helps regulate blood pressure and supports the health of your arteries. Combined with healthy fats from the yolk, eggs provide steady energy without spiking your blood sugar. Let's look at Walt, a 79-year-old architect from Portland. He used to rely on toast and jam for breakfast. But after feeling weak and out of breath on his walks, he added 2 boiled eggs and a slice of avocado toast to his morning. Within 2 weeks, he reported better stamina, sharper focus, and fewer heart flutters. How do you enjoy your eggs, scrambled, boiled, or poached? Comment egg power if this breakfast hero is already in your routine. Next, we reveal a colorful, antioxidant-rich food that helps reduce inflammation, improves circulation, and protects your heart and brain. Colorful, juicy, and incredibly powerful, berries are one of the best foods you can add to your breakfast for heart health. Whether it's blueberries, strawberries, or blackberries, these little fruits are packed with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which reduce inflammation, protect your arteries, and even support brain function. Why are berries a smart choice for seniors? Because as we age, oxidative stress increases, and that can lead to stiff arteries, memory issues, and a higher risk of stroke. Berries help fight back. They improve circulation, support blood vessel elasticity, and help keep your blood pressure stable. Let's hear from Margaret, a 78-year-old gardener from Arizona. She started adding a handful of blueberries to her oatmeal every morning. Within 2 weeks, she noticed less joint stiffness, faster post-walk recovery, and better mental clarity. I feel sharper and lighter, she says. What's your favorite berry? Comment berry strong below and let us know how you enjoy them. And coming up next, the final recap and a bonus tip on combining these foods into a perfect heart-healthy breakfast plate. You know, back in my 60s, I used to think breakfast was just whatever was easy. A piece of toast, maybe some orange juice, and call it a day. But it wasn't working. I felt sluggish, my blood pressure kept climbing, and I just didn't feel like myself. So I made a change. A real one. Let me tell you what turned things around, and maybe, just maybe, it'll help you too. Here's what I stopped eating. Sugary cereals, they spiked my sugar and made me crash before 10 a.m. Fruit juices, sounded healthy, but were just sugar bombs. Low-fat yogurt, turned out they were low on everything good. Muffins, soft, sweet, but hard on my heart. And here's what I started adding. Whole grains, kept my energy steady. Avocados, good fats for my heart. Eggs, protein to rebuild my strength. Berries, kept my memory sharp and my arteries happy. My favorite combo? Every morning, I toast 1 slice of whole grain bread, mash in some avocado, top it with a boiled egg, and have a small bowl of steel-cut oats with blueberries and a spoonful of almond butter. That's my heart-healthy breakfast. That's how I fight aging, one bite at a time. Sun with face, what about you? Want to try it? Comment Harold's Heart Plate below if you're ready to take your mornings, and your heart health, to the next level. And friend, if today's video helped you learn something new or inspired a change, please hit that like button, subscribe to join our community of wise warriors over 60, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a heartbeat from this channel. Speech balloon, share this video with someone you love, because a healthy heart is a gift worth sharing.